I want to ask you a question, and I want you to be completely honest with yourself here. Have you ever noticed something just incredibly weird that happens to you in the middle of a perfectly normal day?
Oh, I feel like I know exactly where this is going.
Right. So, okay, let's say you're sitting at your desk. It's about, I don't know, 3 in the afternoon. The air conditioning is humming, and out of the corner of your eye, you see your coworker in the next cubicle let out this just massive jaw-stretching yawn.
Oh, yeah, the kind you can't ignore.
Exactly. And then almost instantly, you feel your own jaw start to tense up. Your throat tightens. You try to fight it because you're in the middle of writing this super important email, but it's totally no use.
You always lose that battle.
You're completely you let out a massive yawn yourself, even though just like 5 seconds ago, you weren't feeling sleepy at all.
Yeah, you were totally fine.
Right. In fact, here's the real kicker. Just me talking about yawning right now, just describing the physical act of it to you, I bet some of you listening are fighting the urge to yawn at this exact second. Go ahead and admit it.
I have to confess, just listening to you describe that scenario, I actually had to swallow hard and discreetly bite the inside of my cheek to stop myself from yawning right here in the studio.
See?
It's wild. It is a wildly powerful reaction. It's so powerful, it almost operates like this tiny, invisible contagion that just sweeps through our daily lives completely under the radar.
It's fascinating. And that brings us perfectly to what we're doing today. Welcome to today's deep dive. Our mission for this conversation is to take this tiny, seemingly insignificant piece of daily life trivia, this whole phenomenon we call contagious yawning, and really put it under the microscope.
Which is going to be so much fun.
Yeah, because we're going to explore exactly why we yawn when others yawn, and more importantly, what this incredibly bizarre reflex actually reveals about our brains, our hidden wiring, and, the depth of our relationships with the people around us.
Which is such an important pivot in how we think about this, right? Usually when we think about yawning, we immediately categorize it as, well, a physical deficiency.
Yeah, like you're just exhausted.
Exactly. We tie it to being sleep deprived or being incredibly bored in a long meeting or just, needing more oxygen to the brain. We think of it as a purely mechanical bodily function.
Right, just a biological glitch or something.
But when we actually dig into the research and the behavioral science behind it from our sources today, we uncover something completely different. Contagious yawning isn't just a byproduct of being tired.
Oh, wow.
It is actually a profound biological window into human behavior, sociology, and psychology.
Okay, let's unpack this because I want to get straight into the why here.
Right.
Like, why on earth does my body care if the guy sitting next to me is tired?
That's the big question.
Right. And the data on this is super clear. Catching a yawn is incredibly common, not just in humans, but in some animals too. But scientists have figured out it is directly related to empathy and social connection.
Yes, that's the core of it.
So tell me if this analogy works, okay? Is our brain essentially acting like a biological Wi-Fi receiver?
A Wi-Fi receiver? Okay, go on.
Like, catching a yawn isn't just a physical mimicry like when a doctor hits your knee with a little hammer and your leg kicks. It's more like our brains are literally automatically syncing up to someone else's emotional frequency, like we're picking up their Wi-Fi signal.
That Wi-Fi analogy is a really great starting point, but I actually want to push back on it just a little bit to get to the true mechanics of what's happening.
Oh, okay. Push back away.
Well, when we talk about Wi-Fi, we're talking about a device receiving a sterile, cold data signal, right?
Yeah, sure.
What's happening in your brain during a contagious yawn is far more intimate and complex. We're talking about the mirror neuron system.
Mirror neurons.
Exactly. When you observe an action or an emotional state in someone else, the same neural pathways in your own brain light up as if you were experiencing it yourself.
Whoa.
Yeah, and the fascinating thing here is the specific real estate the brain is using. The exact same part of your brain that processes the complex, nuanced emotions of others, your empathy center, is the very same part that triggers this uncontrollable physical reflex to yawn.
Wait, hold on. The exact same part of the brain.
Exactly the same part. Your brain isn't just noting that the other person is tired, it is physically mirroring their internal state.
That is wild.
Right. It is using a highly evolved emotional processing center to dictate a physical bodily reflex. It proves that our bodies are hardwired, on a neurological level, to connect with the physical and emotional feelings of the people around us.
So we're literally feeling their tiredness.
Yes, exactly. Right. We aren't just isolated islands. Our nervous systems are constantly reaching out, probing, and reflecting the states of our fellow human beings.
Okay, this is blowing my mind. but it also instantly gives me a slight panic attack.
A panic attack? Why?
Well, if the brain part that makes me catch a yawn is the empathy center, what happens when it doesn't work?
Oh, I see where you're going.
Yeah. Let's say I'm on the subway, and the guy sitting across from me lets out a massive yawn. I look right at him, but I don't yawn back.
Right.
Does that mean I'm completely lacking in empathy? Am I secretly a robot? Like a sociopath who doesn't care about my fellow man?
Yeah.
Seriously? I need to know.
You can relax. I promise you are definitely not a robot and you aren't a sociopath.
Okay, good.
Yeah, your reaction or lack thereof to a stranger on a subway actually brings us to the next massive realization about how this mechanism works. And this is where we have to look at the boundaries of our empathy.
Okay, boundaries.
Right. Contagious yawning doesn't mean your emotional Wi-Fi, to borrow your phrase, is universally connected to every single human being on the planet at full strength.
So I don't have the password to everyone's network.
Exactly. Your brain is much more discerning than that. It has a highly sophisticated way of prioritizing who it syncs with.
Oh, man. Here's where it gets really interesting, because you're talking about the proximity effect from the source material.
Yes, the proximity effect.
The research shows that the closer you are to someone emotionally like, the tighter your bond, the more likely you are to yawn after they do.
That's exactly what the data shows.
So I'm going to try another analogy here since you shut down my Wi-Fi one.
I didn't shut it down, I just refined it. But let's hear the new one.
Okay, think of your brain's empathy center, like an exclusive VIP nightclub.
A VIP nightclub, I like it.
Right. So if some random stranger from the subway walks up to the velvet rope and tries to get into your emotional mirroring club, the bouncer in your brain looks at the list and says, sorry, man, you're not on the list. And you don't yawn.
Right.
But if your best friend or your partner walks up to the velvet rope, that bouncer immediately unhooks it and says, right this way, VIP. And boom, you yawn. It's a social hierarchy for reflexes.
I love the visual of the VIP club, I really do. But let's take the bouncer out of the equation for a second.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
The bouncer was the best part.
I know. But a bouncer implies a conscious choice, like there's a little guy in your head checking IDs. What's actually happening is far more primal and honestly, far more beautiful than a nightclub.
Okay, fair enough.
It actually goes all the way back to our evolutionary survival.
Survival? From yawning? Wait, how does that work?
Think about our early ancestors living in tribes during the Pleistocene epoch. In a hunter-gatherer society, survival depended entirely on the cohesion of the group.
Okay, yeah, sticking together to survive.
Right. If the pack you run with is getting exhausted, you need to know that instantly. If the leaders of the tribe are winding down for the night, the whole tribe needs to wind down simultaneously so everyone rests together.
Oh, wow. So they can all wake up together.
Exactly. So they can wake up together to maintain a unified defense against predators. Catching a yawn was a nonverbal synchronization tool.
That is brilliant.
Your brain is hardwired to mirror the state of your specific pack. So when you don't yawn at the stranger on the subway, it's not because a bouncer turned him away.
It's because he's not in my pack.
Exactly. It's because your primal brain doesn't recognize him as a member of your immediate survival group. But your best friend, your partner, they are your modern-day tribe.
Oh, that makes so much sense.
Yeah.
It's not about exclusivity at all. It's about collective survival and cohesion.
Yeah.
It's literally our ancient biology functioning perfectly in the modern world.
It really is.
And honestly, for you listening right now, you can completely use this as a fun, real-world experiment to test the social bonds in your own life.
Oh, absolutely. I highly recommend it.
Right. Next time you're out to dinner with a group of friends, just wait for someone to yawn and then watch the table. See who yawns next. See who catches it immediately.
Yeah.
You might literally be watching a live neurological map of who feels the closest to whom in your friend group.
It's so true.
It's like a subconscious lie detector test for affection.
It really is. You are observing the invisible web of empathy, making itself visible in real time. It's a physiological echo of an emotional bond.
A physiological echo. That's a great way to say it.
And when we realize that this mirroring behavior is an evolutionary tool designed to keep the group cohesive, it completely shifts how we view these small, everyday moments. It turns a mundane bodily function into a profound display of interpersonal connection.
So what does this all mean when we start looking beyond our own species?
Here we go.
Because we've established that this emotional syncing happens with our closest human relationships, our tribe. But the data takes us a step further, and this is the part that I am just completely obsessing over today. It crosses the boundary of our own species.
Yes. the animal connection. This is where the implications get truly profound.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because the research shows that dogs can also catch yawns from their owners. Now, let me throw my last analogy at you.
All right, let's hear it.
If contagious yawning is this tightly secured, humans-only empathy network designed to protect the tribe, does this mean that our dogs haven't just been watching us for treats all these years? Have they become so emotionally invested in us that they've literally hacked into our human empathy network?
Hacked into the mainframe, huh?
Yeah. Are they infiltrating the system?
Hacked is an interesting word, but again, I think we need to look at the deeper mechanism here. They didn't hack the system from the outside. If we connect this to the bigger picture, the fact that dogs catch our yawns is one of the most powerful pieces of evidence we have for deep cross-species bonding.
So not a hack then?
No, it's not a hack. It's the result of co-evolution.
Co-evolution, meaning we, shaped each other over time.
Precisely. Humans and dogs have been living together, relying on each other for survival for tens of thousands of years.
Wow, yeah, a really long time.
Just like our early human ancestors needed to sync up their sleep cycles for protection, early humans and early dogs needed to sync up too. The bond between a human and a dog is so powerful and so ancient that it has actually bridged the biological divide.
That is just incredible to think about.
It is. Empathy and social connection, as it turns out, are not exclusively human traits. The dog isn't just mimicking you, its brain is engaging in that exact same emotional mirroring we discussed earlier.
So, wait. Are you saying that when my dog sees me yawn and yawns back, my dog is actually genuinely feeling my emotional state? Like they're
Right.
physiologically feeling my exhaustion or my relaxation?
To a significant degree, yes.
No way.
Yes, they are highly attuned to our micro-expressions, our body language, and our vocal tones. When your dog catches your yawn, it is a physiological confirmation that their nervous system is in tune with yours.
That is so cool.
It's proof that the emotional bond overrides species differences. It manifests as a shared physical reflex because, to your dog's brain, you are the most important member of its pack. It needs to reflect your state.
That is just incredible. It totally reframes how I look at my dog. It's not just a transactional relationship of, I give you food, you wag your tail.
Exactly. It's so much deeper than that.
It's a deep neurological integration. We're literally sharing a nervous system response with a completely different species. It's like something out of a science fiction movie where two alien races learn to communicate through brainwaves, except it's happening right on my living room couch with a golden retriever.
That's a wonderful way to put it. We often look for these grand, sweeping signs of connection in the universe. But sometimes the most profound evidence of our interconnectedness is happening right in front of us, disguised as something completely ordinary.
Disguised as a yawn.
Disguised as a yawn.
Okay, we have covered a lot of ground today. We started with a mundane 3 p.m. office slump and ended up discussing the evolutionary survival tactics of ancient tribes and, cross-species emotional syncing.
A pretty typical deep dive, I'd say.
Right. So let's bring it all home. If we look at everything we've unpacked today, the big takeaway is this. Yawning is not just about needing an espresso.
Definitely not.
It's not just about oxygen deprivation. It is a highly visible marker of empathy. It is your brain's emotional processor hard at work. It's a biological test of how close we are to the people around us, and it is a beautiful, undeniable testament to the ancient bonds we share with our dogs.
I couldn't summarize it better myself, and I really want to emphasize this for everyone listening. The next time you catch a yawn from a friend, from a romantic partner, or from your pet, I want you to pause for a second.
Yeah, take a moment.
Don't just dismiss it as being sleepy. I want you to recognize it for what it truly is. It's a biological compliment.
Oh, I love that.
It's your body's involuntary way of saying, I am connected to you, I feel what you feel, you are a part of my tribe. It's a sign of a strong, empathetic bond manifesting in the physical world.
A biological compliment. I absolutely love that. I'm going to start using that like, hey, man, thanks for yawning at me. I really appreciate the biological compliment.
I'm sure your friends will love that.
They'll think I'm crazy, but I don't care. But before we wrap up, I want to leave you, our listener, with a final thought to chew on today.
Me?
Because if our brains are this deeply wired to physically mirror the exhaustion or the relaxation of those we are closely bonded with, if our nervous systems are this porous and this receptive to the people around us, it really makes you wonder. What other subtle, unconscious physical behaviors are we catching from our loved ones every single day without even realizing it?
Oh, that's a great point.
Are we adopting their breathing patterns, their posture, the way they hold their tension in their shoulders, how much of our physical experience is actually just an echo of the people we love?
That is a fascinating question, and definitely something to keep an eye out for in your daily interactions. Pay attention to the subtle sinks.
Definitely. Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive today. We hope you walk away looking at the world and your next yawn just a little bit differently.
Thanks for listening, and keep questioning the ordinary things around you. We'll catch you on the next deep dive.